Okay, so we are in the middle of so many things all at the same time. We wrote a book on junk removal. We put together courses on how to do junk removal, a small course and a bigger course. Meanwhile, we're running our YouTube channel and we're fine tuning it. So right now our viewership is way down because we're off on, we're trying to get better. So we're getting some direct coaching from Daryl Ives' team. You know, sometimes you gotta take 3 steps back to go 5 steps forward. So basically that's where we're at. We have come a long way. Very excited about where we're at right now. I'm turning the fan off. So we had Cameron join our team. He's a great asset. Between Cameron and Hudson and Kenny and we're just getting it. We're kicking it. We're doing really well. We're at 46,500 subscribers right now. We're thinking, you know, this video we're just putting out today should bounce us over at least to 46, 47, 48. We're hoping to get to 50,000 here shortly. Ultimately, the goal is to make this as big as it possibly can. So we're learned a lot about the ABC storyline. Over the last month or so, we've learned a lot about the different personality types. We have set up our first funnel setups. So this is all, I talk to the guys and I say it's like building a car. We're building a car so we can drive it. Right now we're creating the landing pages. We're creating the free course that we're giving away. To get people interested. We're using junk removal, which is our very most basic part of what we do. I think the bigger money in this whole thing is going to be the selective demolition. There's a lot of stuff that we do that's a little bit different than what the marketplace does. So we're pretty sure we're going to get some dialogue and some pushback. So what that'll do for us is it'll create some dialogue, and creating dialogue is a good thing. As far as you know, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey, he said, hey, I don't care what they're saying as long as they're saying it about me. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up, and I don't know what's going to happen, but it could be disruptive. So the 1-800-JUNKS of the world will say, well, you can't make any money doing that. And what I mean by that is the repurposing part of what we do. And I would say that we're living proof that it does work. So that's all there is to that. So it's interesting. Now the book, all this stuff, you know, I'm a task-oriented guy. All this stuff is taking way longer than what I wanted it to. I hired guys to help us. I hired a writer to help us. And it's amazing how many people are just FOS, you know, and that is full of crap's what that means, and how much time they can burn. You trust them, you listen to them, and then eventually, so basically I shed off a couple people that were not helping us move forward, and we've got more and more and more effective. So we're pulling the trigger on stuff now that had the original relationships that were created and the original stuff that I put together, had they followed through and did what they were hired to do, guess where we would be? We would be so much further along. So basically that's where we're at right now. So we have coming Monday, we're finishing up the last little bit of our longer funnel. We're putting in, we don't have a lot of things that you need in order to do this. I don't have a tremendous amount of people who I have impacted that we have testimonials from them. So we're using the stuff that we're getting and showing them what things sell for, showing a lot about Reuse It Pros. So basically we're showing them, when you go do a junk removal, you're gonna get this much stuff. And this is what this stuff can be worth. And this is real stuff that I got, that I sold, and this is what we got for it. And this is what it cost to ship it if we sold it on eBay, and so on and so forth. Also showing them our warehouse location setup and how we set up, and our Craigslist setup, and our Facebook Marketplace setup. Meanwhile, teaching the customer how to do everything the way that we did it. and basically taking virtually nothing and building something that's really amazing. So that's pretty much where it's at. So we kind of, I did one of these vlogs every day for about 130 days. Now we're going to do these vlogs once a week. And actually, this first time I did it, we've gotten 2 done in 3 weeks. So we're almost done building the car. We're pulling the trigger, and we're going to start really promoting this thing come Monday. So now what we need to do is we need to go to, and this is Russell Brunson talking, it's also Daryl Ives talking. Now we need to go find our audience. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to go to places where they congregate, and we're going to introduce what we have to that marketplace. We're going to do it through Reddit, Discord. We're going to do it basically mostly through social media. A lot of it will be free. We will boost certain amounts of it. We've been running all these crazy amounts of shorts. We're going to take some of the shorts that are doing really well and use them to promote the website, and go back in, and we'll use that title again and put our links on it. Meanwhile, we're going to put our links on all this stuff that we got going on. So to say that I'm excited is beyond, I'm excited beyond measure. However, I also will say that I'm very disappointed on how long it's taken to get to this point. It's taken a lot longer than what I figured. And we do have a couple fishing lines in the water, and we haven't sold anything yet. So that's disappointing as well. Now, talking to Kristen, who is our coach, our direct coach for Daryl, from the Daryl Ives crew, she basically set me up for that. She said, until your audience is big enough and loyal enough, it's going to be hard to do this. So now she's talking about YouTube, but basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to go after these audiences, both on YouTube, off of YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn. We're also going to buy lists and go after junk removal guys, people who are looking to go into the junk removal business. You know, something that I found, and this is a cautionary thing for you to understand or learn. One of the mistakes that we made, we did some preliminary research using ChatGPT. It told us that the junk removal business was a $20 billion business growing into a $30 billion business. Meanwhile, 2 to 3 weeks later, we have Cameron in here working with us, and he did his own research. Well, now it's a $10 billion business, and it's growing significantly, but it's not a $20 billion business growing into a $30 billion business. Now, I thought, well, maybe I made a mistake. So I talked to Kenny, and Kenny said, no, I did the same research. I got the same numbers back when you got those same numbers. So that's just a caution. Be cautious about the AI. The AI is, I don't know what to say about it. It's amazing. This next book that we're going to put out on scrap metal and selective demolition, it will fast forward me and help me get everything organized, and then I'll fix everything. Because a lot of the things that the AI comes up with is generic and broad-based and comes from all over the internet. Now, the structure that it puts together, to me, is incredible, a huge time saver. But for me, I'll use that, and then I'll go back in and I'll write the book over top of what the structure that it put together. I don't know if that makes sense, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. So it's going to fast forward us into this second book and the third book and the fourth book. So I basically have 4 different books we're going to put out as quickly as we can. One is the junk removal book, and we're going through a huge learning curve on how to do all this stuff. Now, the second book, I'll have the funnel framework that we already are using and are learning from daily in place, to just put that in place so we don't have to learn how to build the car again. Meanwhile, all the lists that we learn, all the things that we learn, so on the second book, what will happen is I don't have to go find a publisher. I have a publisher. And part of the reason that they want us is because we're going to have a series of books. Now, right now, They finally finished the book up. We went like 3 or 4 weeks just to get the cover put together, and I gave them a completed cover. This stuff is just mind-boggling to me how often the ball gets dropped. So what is that? What is the lesson to be learned here? Don't count on what people say. Talk to them. If they say they're going to have it in 2 days, call them in 2 days and see if they got it or not. And if you don't, what happens is it looks like everybody's firefighting. And what is firefighting? Firefighting is, what did they not do last week that they should have done this week, and now they have to do it right now because they're behind the 8 ball. That's what happens. Now, I don't know if that's what's going on. I don't fully understand this business. It's different than what I'm used to. I mean, I'm a demo guy. I'm a hands-on demo guy. I'm mechanically inclined. I can tear an engine apart and put it back together and things like that. Now, writing books and putting all the infrastructure in behind that, well, it's a little bit cumbersome for me. So, so anyway, that's where we're at, man. We're rocking along. The growth of Remove It Pros has been hindered by the marketplace. The marketplace is inundated with inventory. A lot of people are holding on to. They're not doing as many renovations. So moving into this new marketplace, it's going to slow that down, which is okay because we're in season now and we can't keep up with what we got to do in season here, let alone service this next marketplace. Now we're up there. We have fishing lines in the water, but we're only going to do certain work up there. From this time all the way to, say, October, we're going to run between 20 and 25 crews a day. What if we were in Sarasota, fully in Sarasota, we would be running probably 40 crews. That's a lot. It's a lot. So, but we're not. And the reason we're not is we're learning how to market up there. Now, we did find one little marketing thing that's working. It's made me realize that no matter what, I don't like the rejection of selling stuff. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to hire a lead getter, and then I'm going to hire a guy to sell. And I'm going to have them go to each one of these jobs up there, all these contractors. When Talon talks to one, or I talk to one up there, and they use us once, they're going to use us forever because we just make it too easy for us, and we stand out so much from the crowd. So, my goal for this year is to quit saying so much, but hey, it is what it is. And that's it, man. That's all I got for you this week, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.